A 22-year-old YouTuber named Storm Outdoorsy passed away recently while he was filming a winter survival challenge. He was caught in a heavy blizzard. He sent a message to his grandma saying, "It's snowing heavily here, but don't worry, I'll survive." During the storm, Storm was able to send a video to his friend. It was showing snow filling his shoes, his backpack, and his tent being hit by strong winds. He said, "Tonight it's going to get worse, Jesus Christ." At 2 a.m. on the 29th of October, he sent out a distress signal, telling emergency services that he was wounded and he needed medical help. But sadly, a rescue team discovered his body the next day and he had passed away due to hypothermia. One report I read said that his feet and legs were frozen and his nose was broken. His hands were not frozen, maybe suggesting that he was using hand warmers. Now, what lessons can we learn from this? Keep in mind, I'm not saying I would have survived. Hypothermia basically shuts down your brain and it's very difficult to think. These are just some observations that I'm making and I think would have helped. First of all, it's having a friend or partner with you when you go out into the wilderness. Having someone that can help you would increase your chances of survival and will help you out a lot mentally. Next is paying attention to the weather and checking it before going. If it was forecasted and he knew it was going to be that bad, maybe he wouldn't have gone. Also, during the early stages when he started noticing that the weather was getting crazy, maybe if he would have left during that time, he would have survived. Now, I don't know how much experience he had at 22 years old, but a lot of these guys who go out and film these winter survival challenges usually have like 10 to 20 years of experience or more before they go out into the bush and do things like this. Here's what I think could have helped when it comes to shelter. A 4-season tent with reinforced poles and stakes. Snow anchors to secure the tent to frozen or loose ground. If he built a snow wall or windbreak around the tent before it happened, it could have helped. Digging a snow cave or trench would offer natural insulation and protection from the wind. Next is clothing. Merino wool layers for moisture wicking and warmth. A high quality down sleeping bag rated for extreme cold like minus 30 degrees Celsius. Waterproof gaiters and boots to prevent snow from entering his shoes. Backup gloves, socks, and clothing to replace frozen or wet ones. Maybe if he had taken off all his wet clothing and put on the dry stuff and got in a sleeping bag, that would have helped a lot. From what I understand, he left his sleeping bag in his tent and just started walking back. A Jetboil or MSR Whisper Light to melt snow and generate heat. If he had lots of hand warmers, like 10 to 15 or more, he could have put them at different places around his body, in his pants, in his shoes, and maybe that could have helped. Now, in my opinion, doing all of these things could have increased the chances of survival. However, hindsight is 20/20, and it's easier to analyze what could have been done after the fact. I know a couple survival experts watch this channel, so let me know what you think could have been done differently that could have increased his chances of survival, or let me know if you disagree with my points or agree with them. Just let me know your opinion.